Hello everyone, welcome back to Horsepower Obsessed. There's been a couple new renderings of the C8 Corvette done, as well as two different videos recently released that really give us a good look at the Corvette. There isn't a whole bunch of information to talk about today, so for the most part I'm just going to show you some renderings and some spy video slash 3D rendering video. But let's just get right to it. Alright guys, so the first rendering here is actually from FVS over at the Mid-Engine Corvette forum. He is another 3D rendering artist that does these renders on the C8 Corvette just like Chazcron does. His typically take a slightly different approach, and this is one of his most recent renderings that he did after seeing the previous teaser video from GM showing what looks like a larger side scoop. So he kind of went through, updated his renderings to show what looks like a bigger side scoop on the side to kind of mimic what we saw in that latest teaser trailer. I think it's definitely kind of a neat look. Overall, I'm still not 100% pleased with the look of the car, but that side scoop's definitely coming along a little better than previous renderings. Next, we have some interior renderings from Chazcron, who actually goes through and literally completely renders what the interior of the car will look like. First off, we get a rendering of the actual steering wheel, which of course we've all seen before, but it's interesting to see it in this aspect considering this is completely made by him. Next, we actually see the interior from the top-down view of the C8 Corvette. And of course, it looks a lot like the leaked images we got not too long ago, which, if it's to be believed, one of the actual subscribers reached out to me and told me that the interior spy shots that we saw recently were 100% accurate, and that is exactly what that interior is going to look like. So if that's the case, then the renderings that Chazcron is making off of those leaked images are 100% accurate as well. And if we look at it, it does look just like those spy images did, and it's still up in the air as far as I'm concerned. I did like the way the seats look. I don't like the steering wheel, and I'm not real crazy about that center console. But as always, time will tell with this stuff. There's no real way to know for sure what it is we're going to get on July 18th. These renderings are definitely fun, and there is a good chance that the majority of them are probably accurate. But there is that small sliver of possibility that tells me we're getting something different. Either way, I can appreciate the renderings and what goes into them. Chazcron's done a fantastic job, just like I've said 100 times, and this interior rendering is no different. It's spot on, it looks great, and based on what I've seen so far, assuming that that's what the car is really going to look like, then he's definitely putting this together in a way that is giving us a glimpse at this car before July 18th. In my opinion, I hope that this isn't what we get, but nevertheless, I can appreciate the work that go into these renderings. So guys, definitely check out the midenginecorvetteforum.com. All Chazcron's renderings, all FVS's renderings, they're all great quality stuff. And like I said, I would not be surprised to see that car come out and look just like their renderings, but at the same time, I'm kind of hoping it doesn't. And one last rendering of the top-down view of the interior. This one is on a silver C8 mid-engine Corvette. And again, it just gives us a very realistic approach to what that interior could look like with, of course, the Target top off. Like I said, guys, some pretty cool stuff here, but I'm going to get into the videos now because that's where the real information really is at. Now, this video actually comes from another YouTube creator, and he actually spotted the C8 Corvette outside at night and decided to go ahead and do a 360 walk around on it. And of course, it's a lot of the same stuff we've seen before, only this time we get a little bit more up close and personal with it. There's a lot of people that are already speculating that this was done as kind of a stunt from GM. Someone at GM literally let someone just walk around with a camera and kind of tease us a little bit more, which honestly I can believe. But we get a little bit of a closer glimpse at the front bumper. Even though a lot of it's covered up, we get a closer glimpse of the headlights. Again, a lot of it's covered up, but we are getting a closer look at them. The interior is, of course, completely covered in there. We can't really see much whenever he goes up to there, but the most interesting part is when he goes down the side of the door to look into the side scoop. Again, this doesn't look like it's 100% production quality to me. The radiator is in there at a very odd angle. A lot of the radiator looks like it's actually covered up by something, which is exactly the opposite of how you would want it. And again, I think the side scoop is something that's going to be a very different shape on July 18th. So I think what we're looking at here is just a bunch of random pieces covering up the true shape of that side scoop. which in turn makes the radiator sitting in there look awkward because it's not actually in there at the angle it should be based on its surroundings. We can speculate all day, but we get a nice close look of it here, and it's nice to finally see some of this information in person. He doesn't touch the car at all, and honestly, if it were me, I would go up to it and just start ripping things off. I mean, I know as illegal as that is, I don't know how much I'd be able to control my excitement. But either way, that's one of the videos. The next one is another 3D rendering. I'm not sure who did it. I actually came across it on Instagram, but it looks fantastic. If the car actually came out and looked like this rendering, I think everybody would be excited to see it and own it. It looks very aggressive in the front. It has big wheels that fill up the entire wheel well, and everything looks proportionally correct. If it comes out and looks like that, even with that same styled side scoop, that looks like a fantastic car. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Like I said, it's not a whole lot of information, but these two videos were just something I really wanted to get out to you because they're almost game changers. That second 3D rendering, if the car looks anything like that, it is gonna be a huge success. Anyway, guys, if you liked what you saw today, give me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot them in the comments section down below or send me an email, horse.power.obsessed@gmail.com. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. I'm always looking forward to talking about this kind of stuff because, like I said, I'm as excited about the C8 as you guys are, and I can't wait to see this thing in person. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't yet, and as always, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.